everyone. First of all, please disregard the noises coming from outside. I'm not the only one in the world, so and apparently my neighbors are enjoying some lawn mowing. But I wanted to come on because I felt drawn to deliver a message. I'm not sure who this message is for. Of course, if it's coming through, then it's for more than one person. But I will tell you this, it's led by the song by Barbara Streisand called The Way We Were. So you guys, you remember that song. And I came on here because look, I didn't even get to do my nails. So I like I said, I would in the last video, but just staying true to the message and the energy and releasing it when it comes. Let's jump right into this reading. So this reading is timeless and signless. All it requires is that if you feel drawn to it and you start to listen and you feel to continue to listen and you feel that it resonates with you, then go ahead and keep it in your back pocket and see how it aligns with your life, okay? But the general feeling that I'm getting here is it's almost like energetically, it feels like it was coming from a male perspective. So this does feel romantic it feels almost like love lost. It feels a little bit like a male lover, masculine energy, male, female, gender non-conforming. But it feels almost like somebody reflecting upon, they're saying a lifetime with you. So, interesting. I do want to say very quickly that I'm reading, of course, for the ears of those in the physical, but it happens so often that when I'm doing readings for people, personal clients, I'm not only speaking to you, the client, at the conscious level, but also to aspects of you that have lived in different lifetimes, because they, along with you, have come together within your energy field to live this experience and to receive healing. And so this may be one of those things where this is a message coming through, whoever that's for the sake of healing. Just put it the way that it resonates for you. Okay? So this energy that was coming through, at least in the beginning, is carrying a message like it feels look at the temperance card, the healing card, there it is. I just felt to say the word Misty, so that could be a name, it could be, and you know who you are if this is your name, but if it could also be referring to a nickname or some type of experience that you've had to help you in your physical world, to help you identify whether it's you. But this energy feels very much like a masculine presence that is looking at you, and this connection that you once shared, whether it's in this lifetime or a past. Let me just see if I can close this window, because geez, I swear it literally just started as I was about to start with this reading. And it's not even to say like this person is in their grief and in their feelings and this and that. This is someone who's looking for healing on their end, wherever they are in all of existence. If they're coming through from another plane, if they're coming through from, of course they are, because we're having an interdimensional conversation. But if they're also incarnated at this time, then it's also for their healing. But they miss you. See, there's the miss again, the misty miss, I miss you. There's this energy here. And look at the Judgment and the Three of Wands. I do feel that this is coming through as multiplanar, as they're saying, multiplanar healing. A lot of times people will come through from the other side in a reading in order to have a healing experience. Remember, they're healing on the other side as well. And sometimes they are also incarnated on this side of the veil. And so you may often find yourself through me or whoever your intermediary is, or even with yourself, if you're aware of it, having these conversations with someone's spiritual side. I don't even know what to call it, because there are so many different feelings for it, but a consciousness of theirs. So it really doesn't matter whether they're physically incarnated or not at the same time. But this is feeling like one of those situations where somebody's energetic consciousness is either coming through from from the other side and they're not incarnated at the same time, or they may be incarnated. This does feel like an old relationship, but I'm seeing a break here. You see, I wanted to touch both and no. And this is definitely coming through from the male side. So we do have a male here This could also be mediumship. So if you feel this is for you, it's for you. There's a male here coming through to say that they've already passed on. It could have been that they've transitioned into spirit, like God bless, they may have passed away, or they've already moved on from this life with you. Maybe they've broken up, but it does feel like it does have a bit of an otherworldly connection here. But for some of you, if this reading is for you, you may have been married to this person. And if not, then it may have been something where it's cause see how it's all confused right now as I go here. It's like a button, like we couldn't make it work. We couldn't decide. For some of you here, this may also have included a child up to 6 months, or maybe who was never born. Maybe an unborn child through whatever means, maybe miscarriage or abortion or just whatnot. This is not for all of you. Remember, I'm reading for quite a few of you, and the guides are saying mediumship. So there is some mediumship here. So definitely some of you are dealing, God bless, with somebody who has passed. Okay. So they're showing here, there's a recognition of a child here. Now, again, this child could be in spirit, or just a recognition of a child that is still here on the planet, or that may not have ever come in. Wow, I guess I'm reading for quite a few of you. I'm sorry. When that moment you start off the reading with one energy and it opens up to like include a range of people. So either way, generally speaking, there's me. Boink. And generally speaking, we have a masculine energy coming through who is long gone. This person, again, may have transitioned, or they just may have left your life in this lifetime. You've gone your separate ways, but their energetic consciousness is coming through to say, I see you, and that was said in that certain way for somebody, deuces, I see you. That's said for somebody in particular to help you identify that this message is for you as well. Also, if you feel any sensations in your ear, also in your right leg, this is for somebody. If there's also a farm or a barn connection, this reading is for you as well. Somebody here who may have had, see, I can't even talk right now. There's a transition point. So if you lost somebody here, maybe they at the end of their life they couldn't speak, or there was some type of complications in the trachea, or maybe they had something, a tube down their trachea or something. I also see a heart connection, so maybe there were some issues with the heart. Could have been, God bless, a heart attack or some other kind of heart related thing. But again, they're drawing us back to the living as well. It's almost like here are those of you for whom this reading is, but who do not have somebody who is transitioned. So they're like, we see you, we're getting to you too. We're just trying to blanket for everybody. So let me take a quick pause, super quick, guys, to let you guys know that if you have not had a collective reading like this, where it's like there's so many messages for people, it calls for, before, then let me just give you a little bit of a lay of the land. It calls for you to have discernment, so call upon your guides, your angels. You're going to listen for things that relate to you, and you will also, your ears will perk up and you'll kind of just know, okay, this part of the reading is for me. So please, because this is such a multifaceted reading and we're talking to different people with different circumstances and different energies stepping forward to say hi and to kind of make themselves known, it logically follows that some parts of the reading may be for you, and then it'll take a pause from you, and then we'll come back. Okay, I am seeing that somebody here is recognizing some type of interior decorating that has happened. All right, so now we're getting on to the reading. Oh, they're so sweet. It's almost like, look at this. They're showing, okay, we see you here. You're trying to get these hellos from people on the other side. God is good. And it's a little bit of a workout, to be honest, which makes sense why we have the strength card here with this card, which I think is me trying to kind of bring all these messages in. But oh, thanks. They're like, great job. Okay, thanks. Look, yeah, we're trying to give the messages, and it's fine. But I feel like they're going to now give a collective message for everybody. But of course, if you guys have listened to some of my readings in the past, you do know I do enjoy, and I'm very happy and pleased, and it's my privilege to deliver mediumship as well. So if there are messages that want to come through for somebody in a personal way, speaking of messages, we have the Ace of Swords. Yep, it's my pleasure, but they're saying, let's move on, okay? Now, let's move on. They're saying for some of you, and now they want to drop this topic with the mediumship, so they're probably going to get into a message for everybody. But you see this right here, the move on card, literally with the grief card. So they're showing not just they covered her face to show not just those of you who are dealing with somebody who may have transitioned, God bless, and who's come through to say hi, but also, and we're good and we see you, but also in general, if you're struggling with moving on from anything in life. I do see 3 kids here for somebody in any capacity. They're like saying, hey, lighten up. I know, they're like, it's, they're so funny. They're like, it's, I can't trying to explain, say the joke again, but they're saying something like, it's not a grave situation, you know, grave. They're making a pun and a play on it. So they want you to laugh a little bit. Here we have the grief. And of course, we're dealing with a topic that may be heavy depending on how, you know, you are with that and how it affects you. But they're making light of it. They're like, we good. And now another, they're saying again, let's drop this topic of the mediumship. They just wanted to bring through some people. Here we are back alone. So they're like, bye, but they're not really going anywhere. They're probably going to sit and listen to the reading, but they're, you know, we're going to bring through a message now. Okay. So thank you guys. Thank you. So kind of to summarize where we are up until this moment, before we kind of deal some more cards. And I'm going to get another deck, but the guy, they called me here, like the energy that came in was to recognize some connections here. For some, this definitely was romantic, and we have people stepping forward from the other side, whether or not they incarnated with you in this lifetime. Sometimes you don't know you because they didn't incarnate with you, but there is a recognition like, I appreciate you, I value you, what you brought to the table, you know. And so for some of you, as I'm saying that, I'm feeling that this is also a double message for maybe some relationships in this lifetime where you didn't feel valued. And Spirit is saying we see that you were valued. The person may just not have known how to say it. But we also had on this call, speaking of, like, reach out, yeah. We also had on this call some energies or people, God bless, who have transitioned into spirit, and you may remember them. So we started off the reading with a little bit of sorry, too many words are coming up. I want to say mediumship, but now they're moving me into the word of missionary. Well, look at this, giving and receiving. Missionary. So some of you, there may be somebody here with a missionary connection. This is a shout out for you. So this reading is definitely for you. Oh, opportunity beckons. You got to get on it. All right, so let's draw some cards for the general collective. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, they're so funny. They're like, we can go anywhere you need. I'm like, right. So maybe I should steer the ship. Okay, so let's call upon some messages, a message for the collective of people who are here. All of a sudden, there's so many people stepping forward. So let me... Because you guys know, if you follow me, you know, or maybe you don't, I don't know. Virgo rising, so we got to get these cards situated. These two come together. God bless you. What is this? Sacral. Passion, of course, where the sacral is. Memories of love. Oh. Okay. All right, so give me a second to get into, let me navigate and... zero in on where we need to go. I laugh because sometimes doing mediumship, yeah. It's interesting. Hold on 1 second, okay? Okay. All right, so, okay. Just take care of something really quickly. Let's jump in here. All right, so what I'm being taken to for you guys who are listening, God bless you, thank you for listening. collectively speaking, the guides that are coming through, which are different, by the way, from our loved ones who and admirers and friends and family who were just saying hello. They're here, but now we're focusing on the message that's coming through. And our guides are coming through to recognize that for many of us, we stand at this precipice, so to speak. We stand in this place where we're some of us may be experiencing a sense of loss. Now, when we're saying a sense of loss, I'm feeling it's very energetic, as everything is. Now, energetically speaking, there's a void kind of energy, much as we can see here with this helpless and hopeless card, where this cute little boy, or maybe it's an adult, I'm not sure, stands across facing a horizon, and it's empty. But I would like you to know that how that emptiness, that sense of emptiness, manifests for some of you, interestingly, is let's say irregular eating, cravings, compulsions with food, disorders, they're saying, related to, now I'm just using the words they're saying, to the munchies, okay? This is just interesting. So maybe you may have irregular patterns when it comes to feeding. Now, that is an example for some of you here of how this void is going to play out, okay? Or is manifesting in your physical. Another way is I'm seeing a void showing up for some of you in your creative expression. Totes makes sense. Here we have the sacral. Your creative expression, I just see you sitting and trying to write something, whether it's a letter to somebody or even to do some bill pay by hand. Who does that? But okay, somebody. And it's like you stop and it's like you can't write. I'm also seeing I can't even say laundromat. I'm just see how the energy falls. This is that energy. It's a void of energy. It's just not enough to fill the space, and also if it gets started, it falls. So as you can see, this has to do with, of course, our energetic field. Now, the guides are saying the reason, and yes, they're pointing out that there are some other ways that kind of energy manifests for you guys. They just highlighted a few. They're also just shouting out a bicycle for somebody. There's some bicycle connection for someone here. Hi. So they're saying the reason why this void is occurring is because it's almost like an existential emptiness. And existential emptiness stems from, well, you said it, an emptiness in the energetic field, a space where something could be or should be. It's maybe something, energy's leaking or whatnot. But if you take a look right here, God bless, you see these two cards? They're mirroring each other. Wait, can you see? Let me stand up. Sorry. Yeah, they're mirroring each other. In both cases, they look like they're offering something. Here we have this as well, memories of love. Offering is almost what it looks like. But so the reason why they're pulling that out here, this energy, this idea of offering, is because on the one hand, and now we see the medical guides stepping forward to offer their advice. This is, here they are, to offer. On the one hand, what have you been doing? This, first of all, there's some imbalance, thank you guys, imbalance when it comes to offering. It's either you are offering too much, like maybe you give too much to others, you don't fill your own cup, and I know that's a lot of you, or you don't offer enough. Sometimes when people have fits and starts, they're unable to initiate actions, or they're unable to sustain initiated actions. It's partly because they're short-circuiting somewhere else. And in that case, you need to make sure that you're giving as well so that you can receive, right? It's flow. It's flow. And a lot of times they're saying that the reason why you're not giving may be indicative of some type, they're saying culture straight up. They're like culture, like, oh, okay, sorry, yeah, you're right. Culture, of course, culture. Some cultures are more giving than others. Some cultures are, and subcultures within cultures. It's all about the ideology. And we see that this gets a little bit murky when we start thinking, oh, well, what's this person doing? They're not contributing anything. They don't get anything. Oh, this person looks like this, or they speak this, like this, or they are this, they're not getting this. Or, hey, get a job, and it all boils down, they're saying, to culture, because mankind is not naturally stingy. Mankind is not naturally that way. And they say that you can see this because even in cultures that still rely heavily on, say, hunting and gathering, or gathering of resources in some derivation, however you want to look at it, there can still exist generosity and freewheeling giving and whatnot. And they're saying that if you use arguments such as, oh, well, survival, well, how are we supposed to survive if we give away this, and then we live in an economy or a field that, you know, doesn't give us so much. They're saying that's irrelevant. It's usually indicative of something that's going on within your energy field, a blockage that blocks you, you know, and of course culture can definitely play a role in this, that stops you from even coming up with a justification or enough energy to push you into expressing yourself in the way of giving. And so they're saying that when you experience a short circuit of energy, such as you would experience with a flow, lack of abundance, for example, writer's block, blocks to creativity. They're even saying, oops, I'm sorry, I hope I didn't mess with the mic here. They're even saying shortness of breath. They're bringing that out to show somebody shortness of breath. They're like, hey, remember with breath, you have to inhale and you have to exhale. You have to exhale before you can inhale, and vice versa. So if there's an imbalance in the flow of energy in and out of your field, which manifests as your ability to give and receive, your ability to balance your resources, your ability to receive love. If someone gives you a compliment, there you are struggling to even receive it, right? So they're saying these are just different ways of this dynamic of imbalance. When it comes to flow, there's the flow. That's how it comes. And so they're saying that you have, in particular, if you're on this call, you have an opportunity that's just waiting for you. There's an opportunity waiting for you to give your love to. So I know that they talked about how this could be an imbalance in your giving to yourself or an imbalance with giving to others, but they're clearly saying there's an opportunity here for you to give to others, but also be given to. So let's take a quick moment and think, is there something that you, the viewer, can identify in any area of your life where this is true, what they're saying, where there is something that you need to take advantage of in a positive way? I do see that for somebody here, this is coming through as a child. Maybe there's a child somewhere in the mix that's trying to get your attention. I'm seeing a newspaper here, so maybe there's some type of journalism or artistic endeavor that is coming your way or has been calling to you. Maybe you're being called to write or publish in some way. Of course, for some of you, I'm seeing there's something here. I can't even look at it. I tried to look at it and I couldn't even look close enough to get what it is because you're blocking so hard. This does, from the quick peek that I got energetically here, it seemed like medical. Something medical. I don't know if you're being called into the medical profession or if there is a medical issue or something here that you're not even allowing yourself to open yourself up to even receive. Let's see if we can get, I mean, I don't know if any cards will work, right? Even the back of a card. I also see some wedding energies here for somebody. Yeah, that's the problem. You have to raise your vibration for you to even feel safe enough and interested enough to look here. Now, look at how it's crossing the base chakra, which has to do with the physical, which has to do with our sense of feeling safe in this world. It's the bottom rung of Maslow's pyramid, so to speak, right? So some of you may actually be having some deficiencies in the physical body, nutrient-wise, whatnot. That's kind of playing a role here with this vibration. So, you know, with me, like, courage, having the courage to look at whatever it is. with me, I'm here taking all these messages and just doling them out. They're coming in and I'm just doling them out. And to me, it kind of seems all over the place. So forgive me if it's all over the place, but I've had people say, oh, it all made sense. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm just going to do my best to present it as it comes through, do my job. But I really do hope that it's calling to you guys in the way that it should be. Okay. Now, that being said, surrender, transformation, self-acceptance under here, signs. As I said, calling to you in the way that it should be. I dropped this Mother and Father God card, and the message that came through is like, hey, we're trying to get your attention, and you hear us trying to get your attention, but you're interpreting it wrongly. And as I said that, my throat trembled, right? So there are some of you who you are hearing, you're hearing the call, but you're not necessarily hearing what is being said, and part of that is because you're not clear enough. So you may need to there are some inner children. I'm feeling some 10-year-olds. I'm feeling teenage energies within you, whoever this is for, within you, inner children that need, for lack of a better word, help, but it's attention. You need to give them attention. So what happens is, we all want to step into what's best for us, and we naturally can flow easily into what's best for us. So if you are not able to flow, as we are seeing here, if there's an issue, an imbalance with your ability to generate, your ability to sustain, right? Things like that. That's because there are parts of you that are creating blockages through the lack of attention. And so when we talk about inner child work, inner children work, shadow work, when we talk about those kinds of things, and they're saying it's planar work, Planar. Planar? Did I spell it? Planar work? Anyway. In the sense, I'm not even going to check that up. You guys work it out. We're all adults. In the sense that these are energies of you, that these are blockages that are existing at different levels of your dimensional field, your interdimensional field. All right. So you may have some blockages in the mental level of the field, and some in the emotional. You may have some in the etheric level and some in the etheric level, right? You have different issues that may play upon each other, but either way, there's a call for healing. And Spirit is saying, hey, we calling you. Obviously, if you're watching this video, especially this long, then hi. God is good. God is good. So much. So yeah, I almost want to, okay, I was going to say summarize, but they're like, don't. And I was like, I don't know if I can, because there's so much. What is this purpley card? I just see a purpley card here. Oh, success and growth. That's what we're here for. Let's talk about that, because suddenly I'm feeling some very defensive energy. Someone's aunt, God bless, is coming through to mention that you, the listener, which is at least one of you, God bless, but referring to quite a few of you, may have defensive energies. Look, I'm guilty of that myself. We try. Now, it may not be you. You see how like the tree is here, and much of him has got that defensive tree energy, but then we've got this little part here in the front that he's conscious of, that's like, hey, I'm ready to go. But it's what you don't see sometimes. It's those parts of you on the inside that again, see the sadness and isolation, that those parts on the inside of you, which we'll call your inner children, your unhealed wounds, they need attention. And when you don't give yourself attention in this way, what happens is you get the shutdown. You get these energies shut you down. You experience that shutdown or those blockages to your energy. I just also almost said blockages of faith. Yeah, that's one of the ways it manifests. You struggle to have faith in things, to rally yourself. Some of you may experience it as confusion. Some of you may have delirium. Now, you'll know when this is, maybe you're just a confused person, right? I don't know. But you'll know if this is actually a core wound that's causing you confusion or an unhealed part of you, because maybe in certain parts of your life, you're just on it. You're making moves, you're getting it done. But when it comes to a certain part of your life, a certain aspect of your life, okay, that just pulled this card, is forgiveness and understanding. Not gonna lie, saw some father energy in there. It's almost like you get confused. I don't know which way to go. Should I call this person? Should I not? Should I put the money up for this? Should I not? Should I dwell on this? Should I not? Should I seek therapy for this or should I not? You may also have, like I said, delirium. That feels to me like spinning your wheels, ungroundedly spinning your wheels, getting advice from all sorts of people. It feels like siblings a lot of times. People are thinking for you. You're allowing yourself to be gaslit. A lot of you by yourself. It's denial as a form of confusion. Sometimes we deny our awareness of things. We deny truth. We deny that we know what to do. And the reason why is maybe it's too painful to acknowledge what is actually there. And so one of the ways that denial will show up for us at an even more conscious level, or not even conscious, but at an even more level of our awareness, is confusion. I don't know what to do. I really like him and it seems like he really likes me. He gives me time and he texts me every now and then and like he says he asks me how my day is. Let me just stop you right there. Asking how your day is something a third grader would do because it's called manners. Connecting with you every now and then is not going to cut the mustard here. So it's almost like the evidence is so clear to us sometimes about things. The writing is on the wall. The slaps have been given. The universe has written the signs. They've gotten the taps on the shoulder for you, the punches, the broken down cars. They are telling you. And also, if you have loss of hearing, like, oh my God, why am I getting so much wax buildup? Or hey, I'm having my eyes jumping or I'm losing a little vision here, or I'm getting headaches and I can't see. Yeah, that's physical manifestation of you on some level of your field choosing not to listen to what is being given or not to see what's right before you. And what happens with that is it's like 10 degrees of denial till the point where you get quote unquote confused. And it's like, so if we listed this person's behavior on a sheet of paper from 1 to 10, and we asked if each behavior individually is indicative of love and respect, and let's say you didn't know this person, you're just looking at this list about someone else, you just be like, no, get rid of this person. But when it comes to you, all of a sudden you're all confused. Yeah, but no, that's denial as a form of confusion. Okay, you're in denial and you're experiencing it as confusion. The guides are pointing back to your lack of abundance, your lack of flow. There's blockage inside, and we've identified that a lot of times. Thank you, guides. It's because you have inner children that have been unmet. You have needs. They have needs that are unmet. Some of you haven't even looked at things that you have open. You've got bills there. You've got, understandably about bills, but you've got things out in the open that you have just not even addressed for years. And oh, how many of you have, what do you call it? Overdue, library books and things like that. These are odds and ends that are out there. It's all scattered energy. And so remember, we started this reading, well, obviously with love, we started this reading with a beautiful mediumship and our friends and family came through. But then we went into looking at how the message, for those of you who have gathered today and for whom this message is, the message is about needing to have a transformation by taking a look at this void in your life, taking a look at this, another word for it is existential emptiness, and understanding that it stems from incomplete energy on the inside, a void of energy on the inside, a void of energy on the inside, avoidance, AVOID, avoiding certain energy that we have on the inside. So you see, this is all there. And so we're starting here. I'm seeing now this magician energy coming through for this card. Raise your vibration. The guides are also saying that you can have a turnaround. We had this miracle. The turnaround is the change in perception. Change in perception comes from becoming aware of something and then realizing, oh my God, I can change this, and I realize what's happening and I feel motivated to do this. But the guides are also saying that included in this group of people are those of you who may have a lot of fits and starts with the manifestation or the realization of your dreams. Maybe you keep starting classes and stopping. Maybe you started a startup business and it's had a great start, but then it started sputtering. And it's these things. This is the inability to sustain, right? So Spirit is giving you strength today, and they're gathering us all up in a cute little hug. And I love hugs. If you guys know me, I love hugs. And they're saying we understand. And they're saying that what's happening for you is that you're dealing with the unknown. Now, I'm not talking about the unknown that you know about. I'm talking about that part of you that was unaware that you were unaware. Now, I heard this said before. If we take this whole idea and we split it into 4 about the things we know on looking at one quadrant, we know that there are things we know. We know. Look, I know how to do addition. I know that. I know how to do that. And then there are things we know that we don't know how to do. I'm sorry, you lost me at calculus. No, I'm sorry, you lost me at pre-calculus. I know I do not know how to do calculus and advanced calculus and this and that. Thank God I don't need to for my job. But if I did, I'd just go hit up YouTube and learn it. Duh. Okay, power. The third quadrant is the category where we don't know that we know something. Oh my God. I guess I knew how to, draw the human form in this art class I just took on a whim, and this turned out really well. Turns out I actually knew how to do this, and I didn't know. So we have things you know, things you don't know, things that you didn't know or that you don't know that you know. And then, my friends, we have the category where we find you today. And you, meaning, hey, me too, probably, I don't know. There are things that we don't know, I didn't even know I didn't know that. I didn't know that existed. And for as long as there is this 4th category, this quadrant in existence, then we understand that we don't know all that there is to know, because there are things out there that we are not even aware that we have no idea about. And so today, the guides are coming through to give you a little bit of a blind spot. They're speaking of defensiveness that you have on the inside, blockages that you have on the inside, unhealed wounds that you have on the inside, unmet needs that you have on the inside, inner children, which are just different aspects of you at different ages. I'm saying children, but you could have one that's age 46, I'll still call it an inner child. These inner children that you're carrying around with you that are in need of attention. So there's something in here for you, the viewer, God bless you, and it relates to needing to find out what it is that you are. Look at her with her lantern now going inside, you see? Needing to find out what it is, curiosity, that you are carrying with you that you're not aware of, and that is contributing to your experience of fits and starts, your seeming inability to manifest or sustain things in your life. And I just suddenly got like a little bit of a crying energy, which I totally get you, because I feel you. Whoever that is, this is your energy is reaching out to me through the reading. Hi, you the viewer. And that's fine. Hey, we're here, right? We're here. And your story has to do with marriage. I'm feeling that for you, you may have had a marriage situation, at least one, where I'm seeing it just never works out. It may even have been as short as 6 months for somebody here, or for you, or there's a 6 here. But it's like, I don't know what happened. It just fell apart. Yeah, this is that kind of energy. It's like unraveling. Things just unravel. If you guys have ever had a friend, or maybe yourself, who has super straight hair, and you're playing with your friend's hair and you're like, I'm going to give you a braid, and then you braid it and it's like, yeah, and then you let it go and it totally unravels, because it's just not able to stay there without the binding, right? And so Spirit is saying this is for you. There is some healing that has that you have to do, whoever that person is, but all of us here, God bless. I'm feeling definitely something in the sternum area, behind the sternum, tracheal, heading into the solar. As I go into your solar plexus area, I'm feeling a lot of grief, and it's almost like you're so sensitive there. There's some pain. Look at him holding that area too, Lexi. There's some pain that's there that is too sensitive to touch. So guys, we're dealing with wounds, and it's understandable, right? False beliefs, right? There are false beliefs, and false beliefs, we know, are the it's misperception, distortion, right, of truth. And by the way, speaking of misalignment, that's what that is. Radical self-acceptance. I almost said self-existence, right? So remember, it stems all the way down to, there's so many levels of the field. Oh gosh, it's like a deep dive, right? God bless us, but jump in. It stems way down. I'm talking core belief of the core. Radical self-acceptance. There is a part of you that doesn't accept. That's the denial. I deny this information. I deny this energy. I deny this emotion. I deny this identity. It's denial. That's what distortion is. All we're asking when we're learning to heal ourselves, I'm sorry, I hope you can hear me. All we're asking when we're learning to heal ourselves and come into awareness is, what am I denying? And you might be surprised that when you really get down there, I can tell you the answer in a reading, like, oh yeah, this is because you feel that you're a bad girl, or you don't think you're lovable. It's so cliche, and you're just like, how much should I pay you for this? Like, what? I could have, read that in a book. But you know what? You will know when you've hit that wound, because it is accompanied by a visceral reaction. The kind where it just feels right. It feels right. So we can tell you all day long what it is that's down there. And I personally do love my alarm just interrupted. But anyway, I love when my guides tell me personally what it is. Wait, what was I saying? Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't like to be interrupted when I'm reading. Hold on, let me get that back. Thank you. I personally like when my guides tell me what it is that's underneath. So I'll ask them sometimes, like, have to get very quiet, get in the zone, and I'm like, guys, what's my problem? What's my issue? What's going on here? Where's the distortion? What's my core belief? And then they'll say it, and it just rolls right off the tongue. It's so easy. And I'm just like, okay, I know by now. Thank you for the answer. Now, it's not my job at this moment to confirm or deny that. I know that they're probably speaking some truth to me. It's my job is to seek to understand that. So, okay, I now have somewhere that I can set my intention towards. I have something that I can set my intention towards reaching, understanding, working towards. And I know I'll get it, when you're digging and you're like, and then you hit the box or the coffin or the treasure or whatever it is, you know when you hit it. And I know when I get there, I will have a visceral reaction. It will make sense. It will feel real. I will most likely cry. There will be accompanying emotions. I'll probably want to hold myself. I'll reach out to my angels and guides, and because I've had that before. And that's when I know that I have reached a core belief. I've reached it, and I can understand it, and I can see it. It's about bringing it into my awareness. But bringing it into awareness doesn't just mean breaking into the conscious mind and conscious awareness. Of course, that is where we need to head, because otherwise it's unconscious, right? But to really heal it, you've got to feel it, and you pull it in, and when you're ready, when the channels are open, when there's enough of an ability, enough of a strength, and enough of resources and everything, courage and bravery, right, amongst those, you will have your way opened, and you will feel it, and you will know it. You will know it. Okay? And so you have to kind of get to this place, the guides are saying, to really, truly, Get it? But you can transform along the way. It's not like, oh, bing. No, it's like I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm unlocking certain things about myself. I'm becoming aware. I'm making different changes. I'm attracting new friends, new people, new places, new things, new patterns, new everything. Yeah, as the guide said, you're learning every day. I'm learning every day. I'm being a new person every day. I'm taking a step forward every day. And that's what happens along the path. But eventually, you come to an awareness and a realization in a very visceral way, like, oh my God, I realize this. I am worthy. And it's something that changes your life. Okay, so going back to these blockages or these things inside that create this existential imbalance or manifest as fits and starts, as blockages to creativity, all of that they discussed in the beginning, those come from false beliefs, distortions, misalignments that all come from a core belief that is tantamount to you not loving yourself, you denying yourself the flow, because the flow, look at I moved that, look at Mother, Father, God bless, right? And shine, look at this girl in the flow. You denying yourself to be in the flow, and there's the flow, right? Because you have a core belief that boils down to not being good enough for that energy to come through you, okay? And so anyway, look at the transformation that is promised to you and that we're working towards. Look at all the light. Here's the light coming towards you. If you could really, work through stuff and really get to a place where you're opening more and more to seeing yourself as deserving, to seeing yourself as worthy, you will be surprised at how much you can transform. I love this card. Look, the signs and reminders card. Now they're showing me to remind you, they're reminding me to remind you of this energy of the rainbow. The rainbow, I know a lot of people say, oh, it means hope and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it does. It means a lot of those, right? But when it comes through my readings, usually it also carries an energy of miracle. So remember, a miracle is just a change in perception. It's just you having a change in perception, because right now this is misperception, this is misalignment, distortion, right? But when we have that opening, that change in perception, it creates by default transformation. It creates healing. And this is what we're here for. Now, one of the things that they brought through a few days ago in one of the sessions, I don't remember whether it was a daily reading or whether it was the weekly or the monthly for July 2022, but the guide said one of the things to do is to practice envisioning rainbows overarching. I think it was a written reading written daily reading, because I remember writing that word. I don't know. Imagine a rainbow structure just overarching wherever you are. It could be in your room. It could be over your house, over your neighborhood. You can imagine it. And when I say imagine, envision, okay? Envision it over your city, your village, your town, your state, your country, everything, your clubhouse, your family members, your car, right? This is this energy. This is beautiful, clean energy. And if you're a real G, which of course you are, God bless, you can even open up that cute little arch, because you know the arch goes like this, right? You can open it and then step inside. So you can see yourself as being inside of rainbow frequency energy. And just cleaning and clearing and cleaning and clearing. If you do that every day, that is tantamount. Yes, I got to use the word tantamount 2 times. When last did you use that word? Ever, right? Stepping inside this rainbow and just allowing it to work on you at the subatomic levels, right? All over, it's tantamount to you basically clearing your field every day, having a fresh start every day. Moving through, they're saying it just helps to get the sludge out. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much. This was such an impromptu reading. I definitely started off with that song. Remember, The Way We Were by Barbra Streisand. Oh, classic. But those were coming through as messages of love from our loved ones in spirit, whether or not they incarnated here or not, or whether they or not they are still incarnated. Because remember, as I'm reading for you guys right now, your spirits are here. I could feel you, and that's why I'm able to do this. Even though you watch this reading in the physical at a later time than me, we're all here in the here and now. Okay. Alrighties. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this session. If there are no other, I'm getting the words mustard. I was gonna say if there are no other messages, mustard is for somebody. So this could be our loved ones still kind of reaching out to say hi, and they might show you a mustard, mustard in your kitchen or something to show you like, hey, we were with you. A Colonel Mustard, I don't know. Only you will know. But anyway, if you are open to having a personal reading with me or an energy shift reading, which is live via Zoom, please do go ahead and check my Etsy page, or any other readings. Go ahead and read the details, the descriptions of the things that I offer. Please go ahead and reach out. You know where I am. And until then, God bless you. And if you have not had a chance to check out the July 2022 readings as yet, I've so far published a monthly reading for the month of July, so you can check that out, see what the energies are going to be like. Also, you can check back in mid-month and see what's already started happening for you, and if there's any advice that could be of any service to you at that time or anytime. Also, I've just finished publishing the week 1 reading for July, which stems from July 1st till July 10th. All right, so check in for week 2 when I post it. And until then, God bless you. And thank you to all of your friends in spirit, friends and family in spirit. Okay. Oh, for a minute I felt like someone's dog was also here. Cute. A lab. They're saying it's a lab. Oh, cute. A lab. It could be, I want to say brown. I almost said someone's brown dog, and then I was visioning. Anyway, somebody's lab is here. So hi. Thank you so much. And oh my gosh, I'm getting a shamrock also. So there's a shamrock shape. You know, the 4-leaf clover for somebody here. And green. Okay. All right, and a boat with blue energy. Okay, okay, I gotta go, because see, I'm just gonna keep getting more. And electricity energy for somebody. Okay, to get you moving. Okay, all right, bye. Bye, you guys.